Hey everyone. So this week we're talking about different types of data and how they can be used in different businesses. So there's kind of these two different types of data. There's the primitive data and non-primitive data. Um, so kind of the primitive data are the building blocks of these businesses' data. Um, Some of these types of data include integers, floats, and floats can kind of represent just one item to one number. So like x is 4 and y is 6. Then we have strings, which we use kind of like floats, but it uses letters, such as letters or words like x is cookie and y is cake. And then we have Booleans, which kind of turns the floats and strings into true-false statements. So in businesses, the primitive data can be useful because you can create these building blocks for other business functions and different coding. So for example, you can say that the price of apples is this, and that will follow that code through the entire business code. And then kind of moving deeper into the code, there's the non-primitive data, which will include like the different types of collections such as arrays, lists, tuples, dictionaries, and files. So for example, if you're looking at a collection of a dictionary, this can kind of be similar to creating data for a telephone book or a catalog, and it can assign the value to an item. So if you're looking up an item and you can kind of assign, like, let's say you're trying to create a catalog for where items are in your store. You can assign, let's say for a baby store, diapers are assigned to aisle 1, bottles assigned to aisle 2, formulas in aisle 2, pacifiers are in 5. With the dictionary, you can then find, let's say you're looking for bottles. Bottles will pop up as aisle 2. So that's kind of a way that you can assign things to specific aisles. And finally, the data object is kind of the larger aspect of all the data, and it stores the data entries from, for example, all the collections. It's recommended that the coding use specific language and names so you can kind of know exactly which object the code is designated to. So for example, if you're trying to pull all the data from all the transactions of the week, that code will have kind of the underscore trans. And then you kind of know exactly what you're working with. So that's kind of just some examples of some of the primitive data and the non-primitive data. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.